Hey, Shameless Squad. So I have been beating a dead horse with this one on my channel here. So if you want to actually understand your dreams, I recommend that you write them down, remember them as much detail as possible. How did you feel with that dream? What were you thinking in the dream? What came to mind? Were there certain symbols that Spirit, universe, source, God was like trying to send you in your dreams here? How did you feel when you woke up? What did you think about it? How do you intuit and interpret it? What do you think the meaning is underneath of it, right? Was there something that you were watching previously the night before and then that celebrity like pops in your dream because you were watching that, right? Like where your brain is primed to, be in a dream with that celebrity or whatever, right? For me personally, a reoccurring dream that I have is like with Scream, like trying to come down, or Ghostface and like, like chase me. And I don't always watch it, but that's like my favorite horror movies. Yeah, like it's just like my little 90s babe and me loves them and whatever. But I always recommend trying to interpret and intuit yourself. Do not Google that ish. You know yourself better than anyone else. Google doesn't know you. And if you do need some sort of resource in regards to this, I highly recommend this book. It's called 12,000 Dreams Interpreted. I will link it below in the comments here. This is probably the best book that I actually really like when it comes to interpreting my dreams here overall. I don't look at it right away though. I make sure I write it all down in my dream journal. I make sure I have everything laid out in particular and specifically. And I also take that book with a grain of salt here, because I was saying this in a live this last week or so. Like I had a dream about a snake, but nothing bad happened. Like the snake was just slithering along doing its thing and it looked kind of happy. So I'm like, okay, there's nothing bad, really associated with that overall. When I woke up, like I wasn't scared in the dream. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anything like that. So always, first tip is write them down, intuit it and interpret it, and just get as much out as possible. But let your brain, like, give yourself time to allow it to think that day. And then you might just naturally like come up with some things too, and you don't put so much pressure on it. And then number two is get a book, something like that, but always use discernment, because that one was like, oh, if you get a snake, then this sign is bad. And I'm like, this was not bad though. So you have to use discernment. And then number three is, if you must, Google it. But I say maybe number three, before Googling, ask a trusted friend or ask somebody who does dream interpretation, or like hire somebody on for that who really knows and like might have a different perspective. I always think that's so fun. I always pay attention to like the moon phases with journaling and dream journaling too, with like what phase it's in as well as what sign it's in, because that has always given me a little bit more information as well. So I hope these tips helped you. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Are y'all dreaming a lot? Because your girl feels it over here. I love you. Like, share, subscribe. Stay shameless, boo.